Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of From Downtown. It's your boy Beezy, and today is April 11th, 2024. Definitely a Thursday because we fucked around and missed Smoke Break Wednesday yesterday. Got a little too much smoke in my lungs. No, I'm playing. But today it's a nice day of sports. I would like to say. Like I said, it isn't much more college sports left but softball and baseball, fuck even men's wrestling and fucking done. So I think right now, college baseball might be our heavy hitter for the days to come, as well as the NBA and the MLB, because the NBA season is definitely coming to a fast, swift end, and MLB wise, it's just getting started. But it's been very rocky for a few teams that were actually on the right track last year, and we can talk about that later when we talk about baseball. But starting it off, like I said, we're going to talk about the NBA today. Let's go ahead and hop straight into our best game, probably of the night, which is the Knicks at the Celtics. Was not expecting that Tuesday game with the Bucks and the Celtics to be as decisive as it was towards Milwaukee. We talked about it Tuesday. You can go back and look at our YouTube video, because we are now posting these on YouTube fucking 100% now. I don't really want to deviate from that Instagram page, so I will be dropping like clips and whatnot to the Instagram page if you don't want to like watch the whole video. But of course you do, because it's me. You know, you love my voice. You want to hear me talk. I know you a nigga. You know, yeah, that wasn't it. Pause, nigga. I know. But yeah, like I'm saying, like, I think that the Knicks and Celtics, I just wasn't expecting that Celtics Bucks game Tuesday to be so decisive for the Bucks. I thought the Celtics had a better chance of winning that game. I don't know if what happened. I don't know if they came out just sluggish or lazy. But I think tonight you see a different team, not necessarily a different team, just a different game out of the Celtics. I think that Jalen Brunson has a big game tonight. I think that Dante DiVincenzo has a good game tonight. You know what? Now that I think about that, I would say either or for them. Jalen Brunson or Dante DiVincenzo will have a big game tonight. Just thinking about the money they just paid to Drew, I think Drew is going to show for the rest of the time throughout the playoffs too. Like, he's one of the best perimeter defenders, one of the best guard defenders, one of the best big defenders. Like, he's just the best defender regardless of fucking position. So I think that he's going to show that 140 is definitely not slight for Drew. So I think that he has to kind of, put his point guard cap back on like when he was with New Orleans for a while, and just help lead them to not even another finals, to a championship. Because this is the time where Jason Tatum like cements his legacy. So I think that now, if you can catch Jason Tatum right now at what, 27, I think he's the same age as me, 26, yeah, 27, 26. So I think if you catch him at that time and let him rise into stardom as a youngster, because I don't think people realize, like, Jason Tatum is young as hell. Like, he has another good 10, 11 years in his tank. But I just think that the way he scores is so efficient, it's so nice, and it's so fucking masterful, so classy, that it's like, I don't really know nobody else that could be the face of the NBA other than him. And I don't want a foreigner to be it. I'm not saying it isn't a bad thing. I just don't want Luka to be the face of the NBA. Of course, I don't want fucking. Well, Wemby might actually be the face of the NBA. We can't even. And they got his own Nike commercial. So shit. I mean, hey, their marketing is crazy right now, and he's only a fucking rookie. So, like I'm saying, I think Jason Tatum could be the face of the NBA. Just the person that pushes the game forward. As the American player, if when the fucking USA teams roll around in the next couple of years, Jason Tatum will be that main person on that team. So I think that we are looking at the ascension of Jason Tatum becoming a superstar, superstar on that Brian range. He likes to fucking bring up old Kobe shit. So I think he's going to become one of those greats at some point in the future, and I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. Honestly, next game that I want to talk about is the Pels at the Kings. The Pels are looking like one of the best teams right now, without BI. Looking like one of the teams to I don't want to say scraping to a playing game, Because it's like I think they got like 3 games left, and if they go 3-0, they don't have to play in the play-in. I think if they go 2-1, they have to play in the play-in or some shit like that. And I said like a couple weeks ago, like if New Orleans doesn't have to play in the play-in, I believe in them to advance past that first round. But if they have to play in the play-in, I don't even see them making the playoffs. Like that's the two opposites. There's the two polar opposites I have for like the Pels. That's what I have for the Grizzlies as well. Like if we ever did good, like when we had Ja, did we have him in the Western Conference Finals or like the Western Conference Semifinals? I can't remember like the year right before he started doing all that fuck shit. But it was like we were fucking going crazy with the fact that we don't really have to worry about playing another person here because we're gonna play the fucking I forgot who we played. I think we played the Kings or we played the Warriors or some shit like that, and we lost of course. And I was like, okay, you know what, this shit is not gonna work out. Like it just can't work out. And I think that's what's going to happen with the Pels as well. Like if you have to give them an opportunity, especially without superstars like B.I. on the court, Zion's going to have to do a lot to fucking, I guess, like reconvene that team together to be without B.I. Just thinking about people on that roster who's getting a lot of playing time right now, I think that we got to look at the fact that a lot of the people that we see these days for the Pels are truthfully, I can't say bottom rotation players. They're bottom rotation players. Like Trey Murphy is an example of one that could go on to another team and be great, but a lot of the pieces that they have could only fit in New Orleans. So I think that honestly, it's going to take a lot for them to win this game tonight. This game is closer. This game is closer from the point spread from what I see on ESPN than what I would ever think. 1 point game is definitely not what I'm seeing out of a Kings and fucking Pels game. Like the Kings have definitely been on the wrong end of a few bad games. I don't want to say they just decisively lose games, but it's like I don't think that the Kings are 1 point favorites against the Pels right now, especially like I said, with the Pels have to go 3-0, and like I said, like a lot of them, if they have to play hard, you will see them play hard. Probably the first 2 games, and then that last one they'll play like somebody who's budding the fucking play-in tournament and still lose, and you'd be like, okay, well fuck it, y'all didn't want to go 3-0 anyway. But that's all. That's all I can honestly see tonight out of that Pels game. I think that the Kings win the game. I think I just don't. The Pels are like the fucking Lakers to me at this point. I don't know where to put them on the gauging aspect of how much does pressure weigh on you in certain games. Is the pressure too much for you? Is the pressure too less for you? Are you going to play down to an opponent because you know that pressure isn't there? Are you going to play down to an opponent because that pressure is there and they're playing way much better than you, and they've been in the fucking media saying we don't worry about New Orleans. We've never been worried about New Orleans. We just go fuck around and move on about this. Like nah. Like I don't think. I think tonight I just have to see. Tonight is going to help me gauge how I bet on the Pels in the future. You're playing against a top 5 West team right now. Tonight is going to show me a lot, because if you keep it close enough, I think you have a chance in the play-in. If you don't keep it close, this is definitely not something that y'all should be doing. I think you should go ahead and lose all the rest of the 3 of these bitches and try to stay out this bitch and go play the fucking Lakers or some shit. Or the Warriors, and let them take that spot. But that's all I have today for the NBA. I'm going to hop straight into the MLB. Like I said, there have been some fucking heavy winners in the beginning of the baseball season, but it's been some fucking heavy losers. So, thinking about the losers of this season, I'm starting it off with my team, number 1. New York Mets. Let's fucking go Mets. I think we done won 2 games so far, like 2-6, 2-5. I'm not really happy with the way our bullpen is looking. I'm not really happy with the way our starting pitchers have been coming into the game. the ability to score runs is very, 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 very frustrating. We don't have a RBI hitter unless it's Francisco, Pete. Shit, I'd probably give fucking Brandon Nimmo more fucking our RBI hitter than fucking Jeff McNeil, like the people you thought would be Starling Marte. Of course, Francisco and Pete Alonso is going to always be there because they're the fucking superstars. But it's like we're getting a lot from people like Francisco, like I would say Francisco. I'm tripping because he's a superstar. But it's like our rookie, not rookie catcher. He's not a rookie anymore. Fuck, he's a fucking all around one of the best catchers we have in baseball right now. So I don't. Let me turn off this goddamn shit. Yeah, I be going in them rabbit holes. Yeah, you heard what he said. The Roman Catholic Church. But like I was saying, like it's a lot of things that the Mets have to do to get better. Francisco Alvarez has to be better. But no, he's actually being amazing right now. That's what I wanted to say. Not Francisco Lindor, Francisco Alvarez, sophomore catcher. Honestly, a lot of the things that I see coming from the Mets is the fact that we can't score. But today, like we scored fucking 16 on the fucking Braves. So it's like, if we can stay consistent and do this shit day in and day out, I think we have a good team to kind of get us through the rest of these games. Right now, we're sitting at 5-7. So I think that a lot of the things that we've been seeing like lately, to start the season, it's gonna fix itself out. You know, we're in a tough division anyway. You gotta fucking beat the Braves most of the time. So I think that looking forward, it's a lot of optimism that I feel could come from, you know, the way they're playing now. Other than that, other big losers that I feel for the start of the season are people like, I don't know who else I could really call a loser. I'm looking at like the White Sox. The Twins are definitely not supposed to be 4-6 now, but that's not a. You fuck around and you get one of your best players back that the organization loves, and Royce Lewis, that everybody in the locker room loves, everybody in the front office loves. And then he gets out there, he hits a home run first at bat, second at bat, trying to round third. I think he got on base and tried to round second or third and ended up tweaking some shit. And it ruined, I feel like it ruined momentum for the Twins. The Twins have some of God damn it, nigga, why do you keep fucking talking? The Twins definitely have some of the best pitching in the AL Central, regardless of team. I think that a lot of the, like I said, like a loser, not necessarily a loser, but right now, early in the season, the Twins are a loser. Like I have to look at them as such because wasn't expecting this shit. Wasn't expecting a skid to start the season. Wasn't expecting one of the best players to also get hurt. Another loser that I feel like out in the AL East is the fucking. Are they in the AL? Yeah, they. Toronto is in the East. Yes, AL East. Yeah, Toronto, New York, Orioles, Boston. That's the East Coast. I'm tripping, am I? Yes, the AL East. All right, so the Blue Jays should be sitting at like, if we sitting at 5-7, I think they should be like 5-7 too, or they won like one extra game. They might be 6-7. But it's like I don't really know a lot of teams with the fucking star power that the Blue Jays have to be at of almost 500 right now. Like I think they have been heads and heels better than like the first couple teams they had series against. I think they started the season off with a series against the Rays, then they walked into the Yankees, and then they walked into something else. And I feel like those games shouldn't have been. I think they won 2 against the Rays and then lost the series to the Yankees. I don't think those games should have been lost to the Yankees. I know the Yankees are 10-3. I know they fucking looking like one of the best teams in the AL East. I mean, in the fucking AL, regardless. But it's like I don't think that was that much of a discrepancy between teams to where they had to damn near get swept in that series. Not really much more on losers other than like people like the fucking, people that we already know were supposed to be losers. Marlins, fucking Rockies, fucking Cardinals is kind of funny, but I thought the Reds would be the bottom of the NL Central, but the Cardinals right now, they're on the up and up anyway. A lot of people over there trying to get better to get traded. That's how that shit works. Other than that, I don't really see any more other losers other than the Astros, who only have 4 wins on the season this year. I would be very weary of that because they can turn it on at any moment and still be a 100-win team. So I think that we have to find a way to bet on Houston to go forward. But I mean, not really much there other than it's going to take a lot more from the starting pitchers than giving up fucking 5-6 runs a game. I think one of the pitchers came in and fucking pitched 1 inning, 40 pitches, and gave up like 6 runs. So and it was a young kid, and it's like, yeah, you really can't do shit. It's like, fuck, god damn, we put you on the mound, nigga. We thought you was gonna get us out the inning, nigga. You gave up 6 runs and 40 pitches in 1 inning. So thinking about that, I think the skip just have to be a little better in getting people out of there. Just know that it's not gonna be many times that we can leave a young pitcher out against a fucking mediocre hitting lineup and expect them to make it out of it. I think we just can be better there. But other than that, a lot of the things that I see now at MLB are winners, and I have a lot of winners this year. A lot of winners. What to start the year, of course. The Pirates are winners. The Guardians are winners. The Royals are winners. I would like to put somebody like the Rangers as a winner, even though they won the World Series. Like, it's like, to be able to win a World Series 1 year and then come back and do that shit, or be close to being the best team you were, or better than the team you were last year, is crazy. Because I'm trying to think about the year that the Royals won their championship. It was like 2014, 15, 16, something around then. After that, the Royals went downhill. It was like they fucking spazzed out for one championship and got it, and then they couldn't do shit else after that. So I think that a lot of the things that we see now from the fucking Pirates, the Guardians, the motherfucking, like the Rangers, like I was saying, like, it's a lot of things that we see now that you just see like a uptrend of how people ended their season last year, going into spring training and going into the beginning of the year. Like, it's always correlations there. Like, it's no big drastic changes. They didn't fucking play terrible at the end of last year. They didn't play terrible in the spring and then start playing good here. It's always like those three things are needed to be acclimated into the MLB, especially when you have like those rosters are young as fuck. Like, the Rangers roster is definitely more mature than the other 2 rosters that I said, the Guardians and the fucking the Pirates. Like, they're waiting for, the Guardians are definitely waiting for young hitters to come around, except for like Jose, like J Ram, like and then the Pirates are just fucking relying on youngsters anyway. O'Neal, Cabran, at some point tomorrow should be in the infield whenever Brian Reynolds finds a way to get from over there. But I mean, like, they have good hitters. It's not like timely hitters. It's like fucking great hitters. They have great hitters. It was just like, I think the bullpen or the pitching that really fucked them up. And I saw like a tweet. I think it was like David Bednar. Damn, I think he's a closer for the Pirates. Bednar. Fuck, why can't I think of this man's name? David Bednar. But it's like, he blew like 4 saves so far this season, and they still fucking at the top of their division right now. And just thinking about that type of shit and thinking about how they're in a fucking division with the Brewers, Cubs, Cardinals, Reds, and they're still at the top of that bitch. They only on top of it by 1 run, but like, that's crazy to me. Like, and another winner that I definitely missed out on is the fucking Brewers. The Brewers beat our ass the first fucking series of the year, and I was like, this looks like a fucking contending team. This is a true contending team. If Christian fucking Yelich plays like he is right now, like he's been playing, like this is back to damn near MVP Yelich, or at least Silver Slugger, Gold Slugger Yelich. He might, I don't see Gold Glove right now. He looks a little stiff out there, bitch. But Silver Slugger, Gold Slugger, of course, MVP batting title type of Yelich year. Like, I can see that going for him. He's right now, I think, on the way to 4 home runs throughout this first start. 4, like 4 home runs throughout the first couple games, of course. But they're 11 games in of a fucking 160 game season, and I mean, it's gonna be get out the bathroom. It's gonna be evident for. It's gonna be evident for a lot of the teams that I said are winners around game 60, 65 to see like where they are. Has injuries riddled their bullpen? Has injuries riddled their bats? Has injuries done anything to fuck up their rotation? Has fucking a trade happened? Has fucking somebody got sent up or called down? Like Jackson Holiday yesterday. That's a big changer for a young Orioles organization. Like, fuck, we love Jackson. We won't see that nigga ball. So guess what we finna go out there, bitch, and do? Put him in the fucking best position so when he could come up to bat, he can show that he's great to be fucking 19, 20-year-olds in the fucking MLB. You were wasting time with people like Tony Kemp who fucking batted like under one. You were wasting time when you have Kirsten Hurst in AAA, when you have who else they had? They called up Jackson, but they had Kirsten, and they have another young prospect at that motherfucker who is hitting like fucking crazy in the AAA, and they just won't call him up because of the options that they chose to put themselves into over the summer, and that's like getting veterans or getting bridge players to help you when you just didn't know that Jackson Holiday would have the spring training he had. You didn't know Kirsten would have the spring training he had. Like, those guys were already hitting MLB league pitching. It wasn't like they had to go to the AAA to figure that out. Like, they had to go to the AAA just because we had people up here already, older people, definitely people who's been in this position before that deserved. I can't say deserved the spot, but they got the spot over you because of they've been in the league already. This is what it is. Like, you kind of gotta tip your hat to people like Tony Kemp for I don't even know for fucking being available. But a lot of the youngsters around the league this year are being fucking great. I like the way that I see a lot of the Royals kids playing. Like, Cole Reagans gave up a lot of runs against Houston. Well, not a lot of hits against Houston, but it was like, I love the way Cole Reagans pitches. Like, I think that might be my favorite lefty right now in the MLB, other than my lefty, Jose Quintana, who had a fucking not a perfect game, but a great game today against the Braves. Now that I'm talking about it. Other than that, a lot of the young, Brian Bello, the Red Sox, I don't really know what to say about the Red Sox. They're in a tough division, and I feel like they're going to get lost in the sauce, especially with the fact that they have to play a lot of games against some very, very, very tough teams. The Yankees, the Yankees, the Jays, the Orioles, the fucking who else they got to fucking play against? Fuck, they're going to end up at the. They're going to end up at the. They're gonna end up probably at the end or at the bottom of their division. Just thinking about how they're moving, how they got themselves to this position. Because it takes a lot to build the contender, over time as well. It takes a whole lot, and I think the Red Sox are in the right division, direction, not in the right division. They're in the wrong division in the right direction. I think that they're gonna have to do a lot to overtake people like Baltimore, who's fucking just ahead of the curve when it comes to drafting and putting yourself in position to get the best players available, even though it might take 2 or 3 years to get them to the league. Other than that, MLB wise, I don't really have much to talk about. I gave you my winners, I gave you my losers, I gave you the people in the MLB that I feel like could go crazy. Tonight, I think that Tyreek Skubal is going up against the Twins. Carter, stop. I think he has a big strikeout game tonight. Like I said, the Twins should not be at the damn near bottom of their division. I think the bats aren't being as good, or they're not being as used as I think they should be. I think tonight might be a closer game that I feel could definitely go under. If the run line is like 8, 9, 10, I think it goes under 8, 9, or 10. Tyreek Skubal, very powerful pitcher. Had him on my shit last time for 10 strikeouts. He ended up getting 9. I think tonight he fucks around and get like 8, 7 or 8. Expecting 10 strikeouts against the Twins is crazy, but I think that 6, 7, 8 is a great number for him around that K number. And I think that Pablo Lopez also has a good game. That's why I say I think that it stays under, just because Pablo is on the mound and he kind of controls the contact that most hitters get. So I think that we see a great game out of the Tigers and Twins tonight. Other than that, not really much that I can talk about. The Orioles play the Red Sox. Grayson Rodriguez is on the mound. I definitely would take the who would I take at home? Would I take the Red Sox at home with the Green Monster and the Orioles having a fucking righty dominant lineup? I think I would take the Orioles at like plus 1.5 tonight. Unless they don't have Adley, Cedric, Santander. Who else is a lefty on that fucking team? I don't know. I think it might be 5 out of the 9 batters going to be righties. So I think that, that's a low number. At first, I really think it might be 7 out of the 9 batters might be righties. That's a big disadvantage at Fenway Park, but it's a great advantage when you have Grayson Rodriguez on the mound. So I hope that Garrett Whitlock could definitely pitch. If Garrett Whitlock pitches out his ass and gives us at least 5 strikeouts in 4 or 5 innings, I think the Red Sox definitely keep this game close or definitely win this bitch. Yeah, I just don't think that this is going to be a fucking. I don't think this is going to be a high scoring game either. Like, the ballpark isn't meant to be high scoring, and I think the weather on the East Coast is bad anyway. So, other than that, the Orioles and Red Sox game is tonight. The Tigers game is actually tomorrow at 5. So I kind of spoke too soon for that one. So these episodes, like I said, will be always constantly uploaded to YouTube now. I will definitely cut these up and use clips for Instagram for the page and the rest of our social medias like TikTok and Twitter if you haven't followed those as well. But other than that, this has been From Downtown, and I will see you guys tomorrow.